All right. Hey folks, what's going on? Welcome to Futures Night Live. Um, I'm just getting things set up and going here. So let's just go over what we're doing here. This is the ES or S&P 500 futures chart, and also down here I have the Nasdaq. Um, so let's see. See what kind of right here looks like was the open. Sorry, just taking a look at a few things here. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's start to put in some structure. This is one of the things that I like to do is just kind of take a look at where things are and throw some structure in here so we see where we've got some resistance as well as support. Oop. Again, we're on a 3-minute chart, as you can see. All right. Great. So we've got some things marked up here. Um, I'm not going to do every single one, just the major levels. I'm going to mark off with support and resistance, and then let's go and do it on the same thing on the Nasdaq. Right. Zoom in a little bit. Okay. So the whole purpose of some of the things I want to go over today, or just as we get started here, I'm 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 going through this process. I passed the combine, and I just want to kind of document and see how things go for me. Um, I do have methods that I use, and I can't really say anything about what I do and how I do things just yet. Um, so that'll have to come in time, maybe down the road. But for now, I what I do want to talk about is just how easy it is to get set up and actually trading. So, like I said in the intro video, the very first video that I put out, you can do this for pretty much minimal price. Um, I use Apex, and Apex is it's just a great resource to getting yourself funded. Okay. Um, so here's their website, and they have rules, and I'll kind of touch on those a little bit. Let's just take a look at the first one. $25,000 full capital account. What this gives you is four contracts. In the combine, your profit goal is 1500. Okay, your trailing threshold is 1500. So basically, what it's saying is that you have 10 days. These are always minimum 10 days. You have 10 days to make, or longer, to make $1,500. Or if you lose $1,500, now, if you lose $1,500, you break the rule and you drop out and you're eliminated from the combine. But what you can do is reset it. Okay, there's a reset, and I think it's $80 just to do a flat reset. So if you break a rule, you overdraw your account, and you wipe it out, then you can reset it and basically just start from scratch again. So however you want to do it. But the cool thing about this is there's no daily drawdown and there's no scaling penalty. If you're familiar with any of the other funding companies, there's a scaling property to it. So let's just say if with four contracts, some of them you can only trade two contracts before you make $500. Then it'll go to 300 or three contracts and then once you get to 1,000, it will go to four contracts, for example. That's just how they scale things. And instead of just one 10-day minimum combine um, to prove yourself, like Apex does, the other one that I know, which is Top Step, they have you do two different combines. The first one I think is minimum 5 days. I could be wrong about this, but regardless, the first one you have to make your profit goal um, of $1,500 in 5 days minimum, or yeah, minimum. You have to try, I think, trade a minimum of 5 days, and then the second one, once you pass that first combine, then you go to stage two, and you have to basically redo the whole thing. But this time they are a little bit more strict on how much you can make in a certain day, as well as how much you can lose, obviously, in a day. And then they implement the whole scaling thing where you can only trade two contracts at the beginning. Once your account gets past a certain level, you can go to three contracts, and it goes from there. Now, the one thing that I do want to explain about Apex is they have what's called this trailing threshold. Okay, that's basically the amount of money that you can lose. So, for example, if let's say the first day you make the very first at the very first start, you have a liquidation number, which is you start out at 25,000, you immediately would get liquidated at 23,500. Okay. Obviously, the profit goal is 26,500 because it's 25,000 plus $1,500. Other way, if you draw down to the minimum, which is $1,500, that's 23,500. Okay, so if you hit that number on your very first trade, then you're out on the downside. Now, one thing I want to explain is this trailing threshold is a little bit different because let's just say that your very first trade you make $1,000. Okay, Well, your trailing threshold goes from 23,500 to 24,500 because your account is now at 26,000 because you made $1,000. Okay, so they explain it here on their website and they give very good examples. There's videos that you can walk through. Daryl Martin is the owner and CEO, I think, and he explains things pretty thoroughly, gives very good examples. So if you have more information about that and that if you need that, just watch the videos or I'll put a chat in here somewhere and I can also answer those for you as well. So that's a little bit about Apex. Um, some of the other basics that I want to go through as well is just the simple things. So there's terms, right? There's terms short, long. What does that mean? Shorting is whenever you sell a stock or sell a contract, in this case on the NASDAQ or the S&P 500. A lot of people get confused as, well, how can I sell something without me even owning it? Well, it has to do with margins and thresholds and things like that that it's a little bit difficult to explain. But the bottom line is that's the reason why you have a $25,000 account. There are certain margins that you are given per contract. So if you were to have, I'm just going to use one example, a margin for trading one contract on an S&P 500 in a tip with a typical brokerage company is like right around $500. Let's just call it $500. So you have to have a minimum $500 to trade one contract, and that can be a sell or a buy on either side. But you can only have one contract in the market, whether it's short or long, or sold or bought. Okay. So if you wanted to open your own account with a brokerage and not try to get funded by a funding company, then minimum you would have to have, something like $1,000 because as soon as you make that trade, there's a commission taken off top. Okay, each trade usually when when you do a trade, you do a buy and a sell. So there's two sides of it. So the commission on that, let's just call it $5. So 250 for a sell, 250 for a buy, $2.50. That adds up to $5. So immediately your first trade costs you $5 for one contract. Now the profit that you make from that is whatever you want it to be, but let's just focus on making 1 point, which is 4 ticks on the S&P 500. Let's focus on the S&P. And when you do make, let's say you make a point, your total profit on that is going to be right around $45 because each tick is 12.50 and a point is 4 ticks. You can see here when I zoom in, I like to get them to show at least a point. So you've got, let's go right here. You got 39.67 even and 39.66. As I scroll up, you can see 39.66.25, 66.50, 67, 66.75, and then 67. So each tick is $12.50. Okay. Um, where I was going with that is if you were to open your own account, you would have to have more than the minimum $500 margin to cover a trade. Because if you had $500 and let's just say $505 in your account and you went to trade something, they may let you take that trade long, but you only have $2.50 of room to lose. So if it goes against you and it against you 1 tick, that's $12.50, it's going to take that margin immediately down under $500 and they're going to do what's called a margin call and they're going to liquidate you out of that position automatically. And that is going to cost you money. I forget what it is, but with some brokerage, it's 100, sometimes it's 150, could be 500. something like that. I don't know what it is. You just don't want to be in that situation. So it's just something that you'll learn as you understand how trading works, with these futures markets. All right, so we talked a little bit about funding and you know different, I guess different ways to get funded. We talked about positions, whether it's short or long, or things like that. Um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the charts and try to take trades and just kind of, oops, I didn't want that. Just kind of go over some of the things that I do, and I want to make these trades, and help educate you to um, so you can see how things are done. I know there's a million videos online that you can watch, but I kind of want to do this live thing in the evening time because I haven't really found a lot of trade rooms that are open in the evening time. So going live from 7 to 9 or 9:30 or wherever I can get a trade in the evening is something that I've always wanted. So hopefully it's something that you would want too. You can see how things work and you can trade along with me. Um, so again, I don't know the disclosure agreements that I need to put up on something like this, but you do need to know that there is a chance for significant loss when trading futures markets like this. So please be aware and understand um, how you would lose money trading like this. This is not something that I am going to be an expert at, but I have been doing it for quite a while. I'd probably say close to 10 years. And it's taken quite a while just to figure out how things work. And these markets, they prey on retail traders. Retail traders are people like us, me, um, just the individual sitting at home trying to trade. That's not the big institution that throws around 100 lots or thousands of thousand lots. Um, those are the institutions. We are just the small guys, right? We're buying one contract. We're selling one contract. In my situation, I'm going to probably be doing two contracts, but I'm only doing each trade for 1 point. So with two contracts, if it goes 4 ticks with two contracts, then that's $100 minus the commission fees. So let's just get into this. And let's just be patient. It's going to take a while for things to kind of set up. Um, if I look at things, the only the only situation that I would be going in would be a short, or I'm going to sell. And right now, I can't really tell what it's wanting to do. It came down to this level right here. It kind of wicked out. You can see a lot of wicks down here at the bottom. So that means it was trying to get down here and people kept buying it up, buying it up. Finally, it came here. Let me get a little bit closer. Finally, it came here to a head and it tried to go up. Nope, rejected. So it came back down and it continued on uh, to the downside. So let's see what happens here as we watch. So we have these levels that we've kind of put in here. I'm going to put in a level right here, a little circle. because I think that's where it's going to come. The key at this point is okay, it's going to get down there, but where can you get in? Where can you get in so you don't get stopped out? If we just hop in right now, sure enough, it's going to go 2 points against us and you get stopped out. It kind of went through this area of resistance where it pulled on this up move earlier, it pulled back and kept continuing forward, pulled back, forward, and then finally kind of broke out of that. And then that was towards the end. That was the end of the day, Friday, right? That's why you're seeing this. And then finally, when the markets opened, you can see that it did a big candle here and it continued to go south. So you can see the trend is down. So we're going to see, let's see, there's a minute and 20 left in this candle. Let's see how far up it comes. If it comes up to, well, I don't want to predict anything, but as it comes up, I'm going to look to probably get into a short position depending on how fast it comes up and what it does up at this level around here. Again, this is more, um, so this is good that it's kind of pulling back. Wish it would actually come a little bit higher, but kind of curious to see how this candle ends because it could continue up a little bit further before it continues downward. So we have to be aware of that situation. Started a new candle. Just be patient, sit here and watch this for a minute just to see what it does, how it acts on this candle. Okay, some of the things that you're going to see on the right side with this chart trader is sell market, sell ask, sell bid, buy market, buy ask, buy bid. Sell ask, if you can see on the dome, I'll kind of go through that. I'm sitting here watching this because I think I might want to hop in here, but I'm hoping it would come up a little bit higher, and it may just go without us. And if it does, that's okay. Though there will be more trades. I'm not real worried about that. But you can see it tried to come down a little bit. Let's see, from where this kind of 60, 75, it went down to 50. It went down a full point from that right at the end of this candle, but you don't know if you would have gotten filled here. So again, kind of hoping that it would go trace a little bit back up so we can get in somewhere around this area, somewhere around 62, 62 quarter. When I say get in, I mean go short. There's 37 seconds left in this candle. So it's showing a little bit of an indecision right here. Not a whole lot of movement. Let's get this full. Come on. All right. So that was, it's already made its move. That's one of the positions that we should have gotten short is right here. If we would have done that at the end of this candle, we would have made our point, and that would have been one in the books. But I wanted to kind of see it come up a little bit higher just because um, look at 61.25, 62.25, 63.25. I mean, it's possible it could have came back up here and just took us out. So that's why I didn't want to. I'm just trying to play very conservative. Typically in these nights, we'll get one, maybe two trades in because I'm not trying to, take over the world. Just small trades. So this is kind of starting to head into a sideways type pattern. Um, okay, so one of the things I wanted to explain as well is this trading ladder. Oh, what happened there? Went full screen. This trading ladder. So when I talked about sell market, sell ask, sell bid, you can see that if you were to just hop in a short, if you were just to sell, the market would be right here wherever it is highlighted. Okay, that's the market. So you would sell and you would immediately fall into this. Sell ask is up one, where you see contracts up here. The buyers are over here on the left, sellers on the right. Sell bid is, I think that's just where it's bidding. So they're going to try and sell it right at where the bid is, which I guess would be this side right here. I've never used sell bid. Never ever. Maybe sell market and sell ask, and that's it. Or buy ask and buy market. The same thing whenever you buy. Buy ask would be putting in one right here. Buy market, you would go up here to sell at that level. So anyway, that's a little bit about the DOM. Okay, so again, not much going on here. Looks like NASDAQ's acting the same way, although it looks like it's approaching the bottom of this area, which in that case, let me get my if it comes down here and gets past what I would call this support line area, I may consider getting in there as well. Ideally, the spot to get in would have been right here. All right, so we're back on the ES now. What I found is when things tend to consolidate and they stay in a small range, when they break out of that range, they typically go in the direction that they came in. So as this kind of sits here and goes sideways, I would expect it to come back down further. And that's kind of what I'm looking to do here. You got to be quick. The one thing that I have learned trading at night or in the evening after hours is that obviously the volume is much, much less. So the chances for a breakout of some kind are just not as strong. All right, it's approaching to break down. I'm going to go ahead
Order
and
submitted.
contract, put in, oh, there it goes. It hit it, but it didn't fill it.
Order canceled. Order submitted.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and try to get short here. May just blow right through it. But may just buy
Order
it.
filled.
Okay, so we're short now. Now let's see if this can continue up. Or continue down, rather. No, just didn't have the energy. All right, so looks like we're 0 for 1. No, not quite yet, but I think it's going out. So we're just going to write this down and take note.
Stop filled.
Let's see. So we got short right here. And that's where we got stopped out. So let's put a note in here. Text. Where are you? This is 1933. We got short right here, 58.50. Oh, come on. 9:58. So there you go. That just shows you that even though if we would have got short, like 59, made it down, yeah, that would have been a full point if we would have got short right at the end of these handles without the wicks. But I thought for sure if it was without that green candle as it came down here, I thought for sure it was going to go another point. So we're 0 for 1 and not a good way to start. And that was two contracts, so we're down 200. Well, that's okay. You're definitely not going to win all of your trades. You have to be able to take losses and not get upset, not let it affect you. Because if it does, you're really going to struggle with trading. That's why if you were just to go ahead and put your own money on this, then I can't tell you how fast your heart would start racing. You see that money just disappearing and it's gut wrenching. So by doing a combine and trading other people's money, it's not as difficult from a mental perspective. That is a huge edge because in the beginning, when I first started, I used my own money and the mental toll that it takes as you see your account get drawn down and you lose trades, it is not fun to watch and bear. So we're still in this downtrend. Let's just draw some lines on this trend. So we're in this downward range. Now, if it breaks through this, then there may be some chances to go long. All right, what you gonna do? Where are you going? It's at the top of that down channel. It's not a trade I would ever typically take. And that's another reason I should have I should have put this channel line in before making that last trade because as you can see, it kind of went down and hit this right around that channel and just got rejected back up. Good lesson. All right, what you gonna do? You gonna bust out of that little channel? Just sit here and be patient and watch. I'll let the market show you what it wants to do. So if you guys are new, if anybody's new at this, I would say that you should be definitely be trading on the sim, and there's an option for that. You just look at your account on Ninja, and you'll see Sim 101, and it's just fake money. All right, so it looks like it's trying to poke out of that little channel there, but you never know what it's going to do. Sometimes that's a fake, but you got to look for confirmation. If it can hang out, it can stay up there and hang out for a little bit, then that's a good sign. And there might be, opportunities to go long. Let's see, this is at 58. So if this, okay, so what I'd like to see is this thing come back down around here. See how this candle closes. And if it comes down to somewhere around in this range, I'm going to try and get long on this. But there's 2.5 minutes left in this candle. So let's just see what it does. Look at the daily. Kind of sideways. You can see they had this big red candle. That was from inflation news. Okay, let's get back here. Okay, so it's pulling back down. Let's see where it goes though. We still got a minute and a half left. If it comes down and kind of gets rejected, it stays around this area, I think I'm going to try and take this long for a point, sneak a point out of it. But if this thing just, comes all the way down, obviously I'm not. The only thing I can do right now would be to buy on this at this particular time. I have rules set up that shows me and tells me what I should be doing. All right, so this candle is still coming down, still coming down, still coming down. Could be a big one. 20 seconds left, still pushing down. I don't like to trade against these long candles, so I'm probably not going to do anything with this. I'm going to put a couple overall targets. Yeah, there's no continuation. So it did like a little bit of a fake out up to, out of this channel. It just depends where it's going to go now. Because right here, we've showed a lot of support right here. Wasn't really anything back here, but everybody when it came down here, everybody started buying it back up. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, the combine um, with Apex, again, there's a lot out there. Uh, there are a lot of these different combines out there, but I I like Apex. The rules are easy. It's only 10 days minimum. You only have to take one combine, and then you get a paid account. So, and like I said, with that Save 50 coupon, I think you can get the 50K account, I believe. Oh, it's around 150. So, take 50% off of that. I think in the end, with tax and everything, you pay around $90. So that's less than $100 to get started doing this. The data's free again, and that would be monthly. So let's just say you're in a combine for 2 months, then I believe you would pay 60 or 90 for the initial startup, and then after that you would pay the same thing at the end of 30 days because you're still in the combine. But with such a small um I mean it's possible to be in a combine for over a month, depending on how you trade. If you're using one contract, you trade one, make one trade a day, then it could take you that long. All right, so what's this puppy trying to do? Just kind of slow. Sunday night, 7:50, 7:54. So yeah, it's a little bit slow, but that's the name of the game. Usually it picks up um, the volume and volatility pick up around oh 10. But right now the Asian markets are live, like Japan and I think China. Those markets are open for their day sessions. So that's what drives a lot of this price here. So yeah, so I mean for what? 15, 45 minutes has been stuck in a 63, 58, kind of 5 point range. Been stuck in a 5 point range for 45 minutes. So that's that's not doing a whole lot. All right, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna do something? if this does have a move up, this is the target I would be looking for it to ultimately go to. If it does continue down, this is where I'm expecting it to go. All right, we're getting some seller activity on. Is it going to bust through this area? You want to try and get short on this one? Um, it's just going against my rules here. So some of the things that are happening right here is it's getting a lot of support from buying. And when these algorithms pick up on that, sometimes when you see these wicks come down like this and go back up, what happens is the people are buying here. The retail traders are buying, and those algorithms will pick that up and they'll just take it down 2 points and stop everybody out. Let's see what happens here. All right, it's looking good, like it's gonna get out of there, get through it, but just don't know. Right. Looks like it's trying to break through there. But just still stuck in this 5 point range. Just got to be patient. There's nothing really to do right now. So they're gonna break through it. Just don't know if it has the energy. There it goes. There it busts through. Now let's see what happens. All right. Well, I think that it just came down here. 58.25 down to 56. I think it came back down here just to stop everybody out that was getting long right here or buying. I think my trade right here was way too early. Way too early. So if anything, I see this thing going back north. especially with this candle right here. Let's wait and see. I'm not doing anything right now. It's definitely in the downward trend, but tried to peek up, break out of this little narrow channel. Kind of faked out. Tried it again. Nothing. Still in this 5 point channel. 58.25 to 62.75. Yeah, it's a little under 5 points. It's just you got to be. It's the one thing about doing this. You have to be patient and wait for the proper setup. You need some structure. Like this, you got a lower low here, lower low here, lower high. Uh, Not much going on here with these wicks. There's just not a lot of stability, but it's still kind of giving a lower low, a lower high, lower low. Um, Coming in here, lower low, kind of migrated up here, a little bit out of this downward channel, but I just don't see much happening. All right, 8:11. Um, Not too much happening right now. Been in this 4 to 5 point range for almost an hour now. Pretty slow. I wish I was a great storyteller, but I'm not. So we're just gonna watch this, see what happens. And it just could stay flat like this all day, all night. And if that's the case, then we'll be done and we won't take any more trades. Okay, showing some energy to the downside finally. Only 1 minute into this 3 minute candle. I'd love to get one more trade in, make it a profitable one. It's just not ripe enough. The wick body on these, they're just so small. Yeah, less than a point. 59, 58, 25. Yeah, there's just less than a point. It's not a whole lot. Not a lot to get in there. Just be patient. It's got to be patient and watch. Let's see what's happening on NASDAQ. NASDAQ, almost identical. Almost identical. Pretty crazy. Isn't that crazy? Almost identical. Okay, let's see what's going on. I want to see this thing hang out down here. and hopefully find a place to get short. It's just the structure's not good. These with these candles, there's a lot of wicks, not a lot of determination. They sell it and then they buy it back up. There's not a lot of conviction in these candles. And another thing, this is Thanksgiving week. A lot of people are just on vacation. They're just not around, not trading. So it's kind of a bad time to start doing a live chat trade room. But I just wanted to get it going. So I guess I can talk a little bit more about just futures markets in general. Um, so there's all kinds of things that you can trade, including crude oil, corn, soybeans, cattle, hogs, the euro dollar versus the American dollar. That's kind of the forex stuff. Um, and of course, you can do treasuries, bonds, different things like that. Um, I mainly stick to the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. I used to trade crude, but I didn't really do too well in it. Um, I tried out, uh, I tried out corn, but that just didn't really suit my trading style. So I don't like to be in a trade for very long. Typically, it's probably less than 15 minutes at the max, but it's only in a situation where I have a runner. Now, if I have a runner, then yeah, I'll be in for however long it takes before it takes me out. I do take profits along the way, but um, I typically like to just get in, get my quick points, and uh, and get out. So that's why Nasdaq and ES are pretty good about that, especially Nasdaq. Nasdaq really jumps around a lot. That one. So again, when I get into a trade, I take profits at one point. Okay, so the stop loss is 2 points, 8 ticks. The profit is 4 ticks. And if I am in more than one contract and the target of my second contract is typically at 8 ticks or 2 points, when that first contract is filled, meaning it hit my first profit target, then I'll take my stop and I'll go 4 ticks or 1 point below my entry. It's pretty standard. So you have 1 point profit target with a 2 point stop loss. Now in the NASDAQ, when I trade that, it's a 4 tick, also 2 points, um, a 2 point profit target, and 20 ticks or 5 point stop loss. So the idea is if you have more than one contract, if you hit your first profit target, you go to minus the profit target that you hit on your first one. In this case, in the S&P, it'd be 4 point or 4 ticks or 1 point. So I go minus 1 point with my stop loss. That way, then you're in a free trade. Once you're in a free trade, you can let it roll for however long you want it to. Just be aware of, you don't want to walk away and lose out on some of the money. And that's the one thing that you have to watch with Apex because you can have a great day and make $1,000. And if you're on the 50K combine, you can make $1,000 in one day, for example. Uh, but you have to understand how that trailing threshold works. If you have a runner, okay, I'm watching this, trying to talk as well. But if you have a runner and you let that thing run up 1,000 points, or yeah, $1,000, if it starts to come back down, then that money that you miss out on goes towards your trailing threshold. So let's just say that you're at 50,000, you you hit your first target, you still have a runner, and it starts to go up, 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 and you get into where it's about $1,000 profit. Well, at some point, it's going to pull back. It just doesn't move straight in one direction, or else everybody'd be rich. But it's going to pull back. Now, let's just say it gets up to 1,000, and then it pulls back, and you get out with $700 profit. Well, let's make it easy, $800 profit. So you missed out on that $200, which is okay. That happens, but you have to be aware that the threshold, it counts that. So in the case of Apex, you got up to $1,000 profit. Well, now you're even though you didn't collect the entire $1,000, you only got $800 of that. Your threshold um, drawdown includes that money that you missed out on. So your drawdown threshold is going to be in a $50,000 combine. It would be trying to do the math in my head. Um, let's see, it would be 28,500, or sorry, 48,500 because you made $1,000. When you first start out, it's 47,500. That's your trailing threshold or your drawdown threshold. But you made $1,000, or you actually got up to $1,000 profit and it pulled back and you missed out on that $200, but you really only banked 800. Well, it doesn't matter what you banked in that trade. It went up to 1,000, and so that's going to be reflected in your trailing drawdown threshold. So your threshold went from 47,500 to 48,500 instead of 48,300. It's hard to explain just talking about it. but the videos that they put together are really, really good. They explain it very well. All right, very slow. It's barely grinding up. Let's see, 63 to a low 56 in this particular time frame. So we're hour and 15 minutes. It's been kind of stuck in this area. But we're gonna see what it does. What's it gonna do? Yep, Thanksgiving week. It's gonna be mighty slow. Yep, nothing to do. Nothing to do here. I just sit and watch. See if it starts to have some kind of a conviction to one side or the other. Another big point or thing that you need to watch is news. News really affects the market. All kinds of news. If this thing all of a sudden just started flying in one direction or the other, you can guarantee something just happened. Okay, I just don't like this. Could have been potential long right here. I just don't like it because of this channel it's in still. But this could have been an opportunity right here because this tried to come down, failed. But I just don't like the fact that it's in this channel. So let's just see if it can kind of break out of that and potentially get something on the long side. There's a lot of tools that people use, like Fibonacci retracement. Um, I don't. I every once in a while I will use it, but because it's kind of a guide, it's a good guide because a lot of people do use it. So you can expect things for all the fib traders to react to when it gets to that 38% level or the 50% level. Um, they're good to have, and it's good to know. Yeah, I just don't like that. If we were outside of this and we've got a situation like that, I probably would have taken this long, but we're in a downtrend. Just there's just not a lot of movement to push the panic button and get in on something just yet. It's just time to chill. Watch this. See what happens. 8:36 Central Time. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything until it breaks through this downward channel. The only thing potential for me would be to do something long, and it's just not there yet. There's no energy, but that's why you got to be patient and just see what happens. See where the market goes. 8:37 Central Time now. Let's see what happens. Tried to come down, but it just got rejected. So bought it back up. It's trying to break out of this channel, but just doesn't have the conviction right now. So I'm not going to get anything. I'm not going to get in anything just yet. Just trying to push. What is this? A 1 point range? Pretty much. If anybody has any questions, just reach out to me. I don't have chat set up on this thing, I don't think, just yet, but I want that will be the next thing that I do. All right, come on, let's see, do something here. Like I said, I got to get a chat up here somehow. Okay, it looks like it's finally getting a little bit of movement. God, it was in that 1 point range for what, 15 minutes. Okay, got rejected going south. Interesting. Try to come south, got rejected. Let's see what happens here in this next candle. Hoping it's gonna, hoping this thing goes up. Let's just see. Be patient. Thanksgiving week, it's a little slow, but there still be opportunities. Big red candle. Still not showing me anything. Just be patient. See what happens after this candle. See how far it can go. Tried to come down this candle, got rejected, but there was no buyers up here. So it's coming down. It's not, there's no conviction here. I'd like to see some buyers come in, take it north of 60 at least, close up above 60. still in that range, still in this downward channel. I don't want to do anything with this until it shows some sort of conviction on where it wants to go. But it's pushing 9 o'clock now, Central Time, 8:48. Just be patient, just slow. It's okay. What you gonna do? May not want to do anything. Just hover around. But we'll have to see. Like I said, usually during the evening, um, more activity happens around 9, 10, 11 o'clock, midnight. But I won't be staying up that late. Hopefully, we can find a trade or two here. Come on, see you do something. Let's see. Yeah, and you can put another rejection box there. Straight up doji candle. Doesn't know or where it wants to go. So you just sit back and watch. Don't do anything right now. I'm not doing anything. Typically, whenever I do make a trade, I usually try to buy a bid or sell ask. I rarely just hop in at the market. Just gives you a little bit more breathing room. And hey, sometimes I don't get filled. If I try to buy a bid, I don't get filled and it goes without me, then so be it. It just you, you know, it just happens. Jeez, come on. 60 to 57, 25. It's not even a 3 point range in what? Well over 30 minutes. This is like watching paint dry. But hey, it is what it is. We're approaching the 2 hour mark. We started right around 7. It's 8:53 Central Time. Just nothing doing. That's okay. It's Thanksgiving week. A lot of people are just on vacation. And it'll be like this probably tomorrow night and Tuesday night. So I don't know how long I'll be hanging out here in this live room, but we'll just see. What's it going to do? Make a 10-point move in one candle? Nah, I doubt it. You never know. 8:55, minute 45 left in this candle. Approaching 9 o'clock. See if any kind of activity happens at 9. So right now it ain't doing anything. So you just got to be patient. Sit on your hands and don't just jump in. That's how you lose a lot of money. And all we're trying to do is get 1 point. That's my goal is to, which is 4 ticks. You want to make 1 point. Again, each tick is 12.50, so that'd be $50 on one contract, $100 on two contracts. You can do the math from there. And that's what's cool about these combines, especially with Apex. If you do the $50,000 combine, which is less than $100 to get in it, like I said, it's like right around $90. But once you that allows you to trade 10 contracts. I mean, that's a lot. 10 contracts. 1 point move, that's $500. In 4 ticks, that's $500. But you got to also look at the other side. If you lose and you get stopped out, which our stop out is 8 ticks, that's $1,000 loss. And you can only lose $2,500 max in the combine. Otherwise, you got to reset or start a new account. But, that's part of the risk reward. So you have to be patient. You have to find the right trades. And once you get to that point, I mean, sky is the limit. They have a combine that is a $300,000 combine, and I want to say that you can get into that with that Save 50 coupon, and it's um what is that? I have it up here. 300,000. You can trade 35 contracts. That's just nuts. So if you if you if you traded, let's just say you traded 30 contracts and you made 1 point, that's $1,500. But if you lose the 2 points, then it's $3,000. But you have bigger losses that you can take with that size of a combine. You can lose $7,500, but your profit goal is 20,000. All right, this thing's starting to move up, so this is good. It's getting some traction here. Let's see what happens. It's 1 minute away from 9 o'clock. Again, the only thing that I can do right now at this point is is go long according to my tools. But look at how this is getting rejected. So let's just see. There is one potential situation where I could get short, but it's not for a while. Well, I say that and then watch it just pop right up and happen. But we're gonna get one trade and we're gonna try to get one trade in here. Let's see what this candle does. See where this one closes and see where the next one goes. All right, so we're getting some activity here. If I get long, I'm gonna want this thing to, this is tough. It's just really not right. But I'm gonna go ahead and let's just see what happens here. We've got 2.5 minutes left in this candle. Let's see where it goes from here. It kind of broke out of this down range, this downward range. So let's just see where we can get long potentially. I'm going to go ahead and prep
Order
my
submitted.
buy limit. So if it stays right around here, hopefully, I'm going to get long and we're going to see if this works. Minute 27 left in this candle. Would love to see it kind of come down a little bit and then get rejected, go back up and end up the small little red body with the long wick. All right, less than a minute left in this. Where are you going? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? All right, I'm gonna try and get long here. Don't want to hop in right here, but man,
Order filled.
All right, well, let's see. Didn't really give us. Do you have the power? I don't know, but you better get up there soon, or else I'm gonna bail. Come on, buyers, where are you? Where are you at? Honolulu? Probably on vacation. Let's see what the Dom is saying. Yeah, not a whole lot. This is probably going to be my final trade, that's for sure. Remember, you got to be able to take losers. Come on now. You really going to do that? Uh, all right, if this comes back up, I'm probably just going to hop out and get out at even. I want to give it a little bit of breathing room. I've got a little bit. This candle has got to be it. If it doesn't go up, it's coming down. Come on now. Where are all the buyers at? Gee whiz. Come on. Come on, push in there. Push up. Give me a little bit of love. Just a little bit. There's nothing happening. It's just gonna roll right over. I thought for sure this thing had a little bit of energy. Dang it. Come on now. 37 seconds left in this candle. Crap. Nothing. Nothing. What you gonna do when they come for you? Crap. Mm. End of that candle. Just so flat. All right, just take me out. I hate being in these longer trades. Typically, these things should just move, but it's just so flat tonight, and this is not good whenever you're trying to trade like this. This thing's just gonna roll over or what? You gonna roll over and play dead, or are you gonna actually put some power to it? Just blast up. Get a bunch of buyers coming in. That'd be nice. Just doing nothing. Come on now. Come on now. You got 35 seconds left in this stupid candle. And we're going to be hitting some stuff that is going to want to take this market down. That's why I wanted to get up and push up. Dang it. All right, I'm going to get out. Hopefully just at even because I think this thing's coming down very shortly.
Target
All right.
filled.
I got out. And the reason that I got out is because there's a tool that I use that tells me this thing's going to go down. And I don't want to be in a position to where I would lose $200 on that trade. So I just got out at even. All right. So I was two contracts, got out at even. So two contracts that's commissions for those two contracts probably $8. Okay, so now look at it. That'll be funny if it hits 62. It'd be nice. I mean, that just proves that we are in the right position to go long, but there's a 70% chance that this thing's coming down and I'm not risking that. So I got out. Yeah. See what the Nasdaq's doing. All right. Well, the Nasdaq came up to basically that resistance area that I had set up here, and it's being rejected. I'm not going to go short by any means just because the volume's really, really low right now, or the price action's really low, really, really low. Um, let's see. Gosh, when we started, like right around here, 7 o'clock, um, 9:15. Yeah, we would have got potentially filled right there, but that's okay. I don't want to risk a lot. And to me, it was a risk. It went against it, and it was in line with one of my rules that I just need to get out. So, um, this was in a range from 63 to roughly 56, not even 10 points for almost 2 hours, almost 2 hours now. So, just not a lot of activity tonight on the S&P. I mean, the same's with the Nasdaq, and Nasdaq's really, really weak and calm right now, and it has to be just because it's Thanksgiving week. A lot of people are on vacation, just not a lot happening. So I'd rather I'd rather be, live to trade another day than um, take a significant loss. That's for sure. And that would have been potentially if it goes against me, which again I don't know where it's going, but what it tells me and one of the tools is that it's going to come down. And I do not want to get stopped out and have a $200 loss on that. So I just played it smart, got out. Just not a lot of conviction right now. So we've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes roughly. And we took one trade right here, and we got stopped out. So, so there you go. We had one trade, one break even, no profits today. And that's okay because you are going to have losers. There is no way that you can come into the market and not have losing trades. It's just not possible. So you have to be able to manage what you do so that this was our other long, or the only long we took right here. And oh, sorry, it was this candle. It's the green one. So we got long there and it came down, went back up. We got out at break even. So we've got the break even and we've got one loss right here. We thought this thing was going to push through. The way that it had approached this area right here, thought for sure it's going to break through it. It just didn't have the conviction. So it was a bad trade and that happens. And I'm not going to, I want to be honest with you guys, whoever, watches and joins in with these. I'm not gonna fool you into thinking, oh, this was a break even. We could have added, it could have come back up and we could have added right here. I don't want to do that. If I would have added two more, we probably could have got out at break even, but I just didn't want to do that because right here there was no conviction. I couldn't tell where it was going. I mean, this thing, it had no green in it. Initially, all red came down got to right here, uh, did not hit our target, pulled back, and eventually just went back up and took us out. So that's okay. I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat. A lot of these trade rooms will say you'll get into them and they'll say, "Oh, um, this was a break-even trade." Yeah, I could have told you and could have said, "Hey, um, I'm gonna add right here." A lot of people don't put real trades on in a trade room. They just show you, okay, get short at this number, and if you need to add it up here, add so move your your break even point halfway between, it'll come and you can get out. A lot of people say, oh, that's a break even. Nah, nah, that's a loss. That is a loss. That is a break even. You saw where I got long here. It came down, went back up. I said I'm getting out because it was going to hit an area that I thought was going to bring it down ultimately. It still could. It just doesn't, there's not a lot of movement in it, but I don't want to be in that position to where I risk that money. So I got out and it just, we have one loss and we have a break even. That's how it is. That's what's going on. But I am surprised it's just so flat. So two trades, I'm probably going to call it a night. Maybe have myself a nightcap, but I'm going to sit and watch for a little bit just to see what happens. It's potential that we could have hit our target up here, but it only touched the 62. It did not go through it, so we may not have gotten filled. But this one looks like it's showing some energy. But that's okay. I don't want to look in the rear view mirror. It's gonna do what it's gonna do now. NQ, NASDAQ still sitting at that rejection range. Let's see if it plows through it. So what I like to do is, kind of highlight these things. See where it got rejected. Came back up, was rejected here. All these levels. Ah, I mean, down here, you know, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, but kind of reversed here, going back up. But it's getting paused at this area right here. There's not many buyers. Let's see if it pokes through and has any conviction to keep going. Now, these levels, these boxes that you see that kind of come back, these are other areas where you can see that there was rejection, support, support, resistance, resistance. Now, these were coming from all the way back here. So I just move it forward because you can see it's like a magnet, right? This area, you can see how it came back up here, got rejected. Now, this area, once it got down into here, it just started getting really sloppy. People were buying, they were buying it up, they come down, they get rejected, they bought it up, came down, and finally it came down and it just stopped out. All the people that was buying right here and just came down, whipped out, stopped them out, and then took back off up. Let's get this level in here. This one's kind of it's kind of a wide range, but it is what it is. This is ultimately where I thought the market was going to come. And I had this ellipse down here, way back here. And that's why right here, I wanted to go short. I thought for sure it was going to have a little bit of conviction as it bounced around a little bit right here. But no, it didn't. And then here, tried to take a long. Ideally, yeah, I wanted to get long here at this point, at this number, but I wanted to see this candle come down here, which it did, but it didn't stay there. It didn't close there. It closed up here. So I typically wait until that candle closes and then I get long. But that's just what I do. That's my rules. All right, I will be right back. All right, so nothing really, nothing happening still in the ES and Q is still kind of getting, a little bit of consolidation, but just not a lot of conviction up there. It's going to have a hard time getting through that level. It may get through it, but it's going to take a while. Like I said, I think, yeah. All right, so let's recap. I'm going to put this in some text here. So we've got, oh, we had one short trade stopped out. Let's see if I can, and that was at, what happened? Let's just call it 39.57, 39.57.00, and that was right at 8:30. And we had another trade, one break even at, what is this? 2103, 39.61. 39.61, and that was at 903. So we protected ourselves. Yeah, we had one loss, but that's okay. Um, we'll come back tomorrow and see what else we can do. I don't know if you guys ever watched that show Yellowstone, but right now I'm addicted to it. So I think we'll go watch an episode of that after this. Doesn't seem like there's just not a lot going on. It's 9:30. So if I saw some real conviction, it would be different, but I just don't see a lot right now. This NASDAQ is trying to move up past this level. Doing some consolidation. It's trying to just barely ladder up, but it's having a tough time getting through this area right here. There's just no buyers. So I'm not getting into that. This doji candlestick just shows no decision. Nobody wants to do anything. So there's just not a lot. There's not a lot of people out there right now. There's not a lot of buyers, not a lot of sellers. It's probably because Thanksgiving and everybody's on vacation. And that's okay. But the bottom line is you don't want to get hurt too bad. So you do things like break even. I didn't want to. I mean, we would have made that trade, this one at 39.61. We wouldn't have got stopped out. It made it up, and it would have made the 1 point that we were going for right here. But when it came down and it came back up, there was a position, there was a indicator telling me that this thing was going to run into issues. And so that's why I just brought I just got out at break even right there. I believe it was on this candle, no, this candle right here. And that's okay. I mean, sure, we missed out on a point, but I'm not going to cry over that because what's my there was a 70% chance that this was going to come down and stop me out, and I'm not taking that chance or that risk. So again, this short, this is the one that we got stopped out on, and I thought for sure it was going to bust through this, but it just had no energy, no conviction, and that's okay. I didn't want to add when it pretty much flew back up here. So I just wanted to take the stop out and be done with it. I didn't want to risk anymore because guess what? If we would have added right here, we would have gotten taken out twice with 4 contracts. This was only 2 contracts. Well, both trades I took were 2 contracts. You got to be able to take the winners with the losers because you're definitely going to have losers. But I'm not in this room. I'm not going to lie and say it. Not you'll see, and you saw me actually take the trade. I don't want to. A lot of rooms will just say, "Oh, get short at this number, get short at this number." Okay, when it comes up here, if it comes up here, add and then get out at break even. They don't actually do a lot of trading, actual trading, and show you fills and whatnot. And to me, that anybody can do that. And at the end of the day, when they do a recap or something, oh well, we had 2 break-even trades. I told you you had to add here, break even. Now I'm not going to say that. I'm telling you, we got short. We got short and we got stopped out. It's a loser. That's fine with me. I mean, this is a break even. I'm not going to fabricate that. All right, guys, 9:35. There's just not a whole lot happening right now. We've taken 2 trades. One was a loss, one was a break even. So I think I am going to call this one a night and we'll come back tomorrow, see how things look. 7 p.m. Central Time. That'll be Monday the 21st. Okay, so yeah, this is now it's starting to come down and show it's doing what I expected it to do, bouncing off that level there. So, all right, well, that is what it is. All right, so yeah, tomorrow we'll come back. That's going to be Monday the 21st, again 7 p.m. and we will do some more. All right, guys, take it easy, and we will talk to you next time.